Imagine a weapon that fires at the speed of light, needs no ammunition, and can silently take down drones, missiles, or even satellites. This isn't science fiction. It's happening right now. The world is racing to master directed energy weapons. But the real question is, where does India stand in this futuristic battlefield? And are we ready to lead or risk being left behind? From the age of arrows and swords to nuclear warheads and stealth fighters, warfare has always evolved with technology. But now, the world is entering a new phase, one that looks more like science fiction than traditional combat. Directed energy weapons, or DEWs, are here. And as an Indian, I ask, where does our nation stand in this global arms race? Directed energy weapons (DEWs) represent a radical shift in modern warfare. Unlike conventional weapons, DEWs use focused energy, either in the form of lasers, microwaves, or particle beams, to damage or destroy targets. Key types: laser weapons use high-powered light beams to heat, melt, or burn targets, precise and silent. Microwave weapons emit high-frequency radio waves that can fry electronics or cause physical discomfort in personnel. Particle beams, still largely theoretical, but these involve streams of charged or neutral particles moving at relativistic speeds. Advantages: speed of light engagement. There's virtually no time delay between detection and destruction. Low cost per shot. Once installed, the DEW can fire thousands of times at a fraction of the cost of a missile. Deep magazine. As long as there is power, it can keep firing. Minimal collateral damage. Precision targeting means you can neutralize a drone without blowing up an entire area. Indian perspective. As an Indian, watching these developments, I see DEWs as a much-needed leapfrog opportunity. India missed the first industrial wave in defense tech, lagged in missile tech during the Cold War, but DEWs offer a fresh battlefield where we can compete from the start. United States, the U.S. is leading with tested semi-operational laser systems like Lubbock laser weapon system, mounted on U.S. Navy ships, can destroy small boats and drones. Helleye, high-energy laser weapons system, developed for ground vehicles and aircraft. U.S. strategy is layered, using lasers for missile defense, counter-drone, and space asset protection. They are integrating DEWs into their larger multi-domain operations, MDO strategy. China's Silent Hunter laser system is already being exported to allies. Satellite jamming and possible space-based DEW programs suggest China's interest in achieving orbital dominance. Focus on anti-drone and anti-satellite AS-8 capabilities with microwave and laser tech. Their civil-military fusion model means rapid deployment from lab to battlefield. Russia claims to have deployed the Peresvet laser system. Likely use case: blinding reconnaissance satellites, disrupting GPS or communications. However, due to opaque reporting, the operational effectiveness remains unclear. Indian reflection. As an Indian defense analyst, I see a pattern. The superpowers are integrating DEWs not just for warfare, but as strategic tools for deterrence. India must read between the lines. This is a technology not just about battlefield success, but geopolitical signaling. Indian developments. DRDO has confirmed active DEW projects under the Kali and Aditya initiatives. In 2020, India demonstrated a 25-kilowatt laser weapon capable of destroying drones at 2.5 kilometers range. Anti-drone DE systems tested for defensive air bases and critical infrastructure. Vehicle-mounted laser systems in the pipeline to provide mobile tactical DEW capability. Challenges. Power supply issues. High-energy lasers require immense and stable power sources, a challenge for mobile deployment in forward areas. Atmospheric interference. Dust, heat waves, and cloud cover can reduce effectiveness, a serious issue in Indian operational theaters like Rajasthan, Ladakh, or the Northeast. Scalability. Most systems are in prototype or lab test stages. Operational deployment timelines remain unclear. Strategic importance. Given India's geography and its two-front threat from Pakistan and China, DEs offer a game-changing edge in anti-drone warfare and border defense. They can help counter low-cost, high-frequency drone swarms, like those used in the Middle East or by China's commercial military drone systems. Indian perspective. DEWs offer India a shot at tech parity in a domain where we're not decades behind. This is where indigenous innovation can shine. Atmanirbhar Bharat isn't just about tanks and rifles, but about owning the future of warfare. Strategic reflection. DEWs shift the balance of power. They can blind satellites, disable radars, kill swarms of drones, and potentially neutralize hypersonic weapons. As India builds its space-based assets, GSATs, RESATs, Gaganyaan, and soon Gaganyaan, protecting them will become critical. We must look at DEWs not just as tools, but as part of a larger strategic doctrine, including space warfare, cyber, and electronic dominance. Ethical concerns. What are the rules of engagement for DEWs? Is blinding a satellite during peacetime an act of war? Could non-lethal microwave weapons be misused for crowd control or suppression of civilians by authoritarian regimes? India must be a vocal player in international arms control discussions, shaping the norms, not just following them. India's position. India's democratic principles and non-aggressive posture give us a unique voice in ethical arms development. We should lead global conversations on responsible DEW deployment, especially in space and civilian environments. The road ahead. 1. Invest in power infrastructure. Develop compact, mobile power systems for field deployment of DEWs. 2. Public-private partnerships. Encourage Indian startups and PSUs like BL, BHEL, and L&T to work with DRDO. 3. Field trials and tactical integration. Begin incorporating DEWs into actual exercises with the Army, Navy, and Air Force. 4. Space protection doctrine. Integrate DEWs with India's anti-satellite and cyber capabilities to defend space assets. Geopolitical message. The next war may not be fought with bullets, but with beams. Invisible, precise, and devastating. If India wishes to be a regional power with global reach, DEWs must become part of our military DNA. Final thought. India can't afford to watch from the sidelines. Directed energy weapons represent a battlefield of the future and a test of our scientific and strategic resolve. From a land of spiritual light, it's time we harness the power of light. To protect, to deter, and to lead. If you found this insightful, do like, share, and subscribe to Strategic Vanguard. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should India invest more in DEWs? Let's talk.